How's it going, guys? This is a deck profile explanation of the deck I'll be playing at my regional in a week. This is my take on Relinquished. Relinquished is... Instead of showing you guys the list, I really want to explain to you what makes the deck work. The list is in the description, and you can see it there. Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki is your friend. But this is explaining to you why the deck works. First, as you can see in the list, there's a lot of stall cards, obviously, and there's a lot of draw cards. There's 3 Duality, 3 Cardcar, 3 Threatening Roar, 3 Scrubbed Raid. We'll get into Scrubbed Raid in a bit because it is a very important card to the deck. However, let's get right into it. The reason the deck works is because of 3 cards, I like to think. Djinn, Releaser of Rituals. It's a tour guide target, and it says if it's used as a ritual material while the ritual monster is face up on the field, that is shiny, your opponent cannot special summon. It's good. It's very good. Also, if it's in your graveyard, you can banish it as cost for the ritual summon. Now, if you know rituals, they need to be sent from, the materials need to be sent from the hand or the field. It changes the way you play ritual monsters. Now, you of course play 3 Manju of the 10,000 hands. So, assuming with all the stall cards you can summon them and protect them, and you can go into this rank 4, you can put Relinquished on top of your deck if you really need to, but then again you just play 2 Manju. So what are you going to do? You're going to use this other effect to send Djinn, Releaser of Rituals to the grave from your deck, and then ritual summon into it by banishing the Releaser of Rituals. The deck just has ridiculous synergy. Now, if you have the Djinn, Releaser of Rituals or not applying to your Relinquished, Scrubbed Raid is the 3rd card. Did I say the 2nd card? No. Let's get into the 2nd card. 1, 2, 3, not 1, 3. I can't count. Lava Golem. Main 2, side 1. It literally gets over everything except Fossil Dyna and like Jowgen. There's like monsters like, oh, you can't target, you can't activate monster effects, you can't suck dick. It's like, I'm on your monsters. It's amazing. You summon it, you summon Relinquished, you eat the Lava Golem, you have a 3k Relinquished, and your opponent can't special summon, most likely. Now, the 3rd hero of this deck is Scrubbed Raid. You send a card you control to the graveyard to end the battle phase, moving the game state into main phase 2. It's ridiculously versatile, and I'm going to explain why. The first is obviously the stall idea. If you have cards you don't need, if you're playing a deck that Effect Veiler doesn't hurt that deck, you set Effect Veiler, your opponent has a bunch of monsters on field, Scrubbed Raid. Send Effect Veiler to graveyard, end the battle phase. It's just another great stall card in that effect. The next idea is if you have Relinquished on field, your opponent, if you know, this is assuming you all know what Relinquished does. If you don't, just read up on it so I don't have to explain it, because look at that text. That's long. If your opponent has multiple monsters on board, you're afraid when you have Relinquished, but if you have an eaten monster, you can send the eaten, as I call it, the eaten monster to the graveyard to end the battle phase. Next turn, eat another one of their monsters, and repeat. And there's no Heavy Storm, which is why I'm playing this deck. Now also with that, BLS is, it's obviously a good card, and I'm playing the Super, because fuck everybody for who has the, like, nice versions. You definitely want to banish the Relinquished when you summon this, because if you use Tour Guide to go into either a Tour Guide or the Releaser of Rituals, you go into Leviair, and you summon Relinquished from being banished by his summon. It's just, the synergy of this deck is just, it's just the best. Obviously, Preparation of Rites at 2, not 3. It's cloggy at 3, and then you have 6 searchers. You have 5 searchers in this deck. If I chose to search I have 5 searchers for Relinquished. These 2 and Manju. And then I only have 3 searchers for the spell, because this doesn't search the spell, it only adds it from graveyard to hand. it's weird to think on the fly which you want to search with Manju if you have this, because you just need to make the right play, or you're going to have too many of one of the card in your hand. You're going to have too many of the monster, too many of the spell. This is a 2, and it's amazing. Because, you know, you summon Relinquished, you activate, you do everything, you know, you make your play. They're like, alright, Compulse. Or, I want to say Bottomless, but it has 0 attack, 0 defense. They get rid of it. Torrential. Preparation of Rites. You have another Relinquished. It's just obviously a great card. And with the, I'm only putting this in because the build did not originally have this. Forbidden Lance, you just want to have the Relinquished stay on board, or the or the BLS. In the case of that Dark Hole or Torrential Tribute or anything like that, it's just really good in the deck at 2. If you have any questions about the deck, please feel free to put them in the comments. If you want to play against my deck and get your monsters eaten up by my Relinquished, private message me or comment. Just hit me up somehow, and I will get back to you, and I would love to play you, preferably on DevPro, if not on DN. So just, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm really enthusiastic about this deck. I just topped 2 locals in a row with it. So, I'll see you later.